Good morning. Yeah, good afternoon and good evening, YouTubers. How you doing out there? Um, Several things. This character you see on the screen here is Jersey. And as her mother said back when she was kind of sort of putzing away at boxing things up and getting ready to move down here, her mother, through her brother, apparently said that she needed to get off her lazy ass. So, anyway, she finally got off her lazy ass and did a video. I did a video, which will probably be the last one that she'll ever do until she gets a phone. Ha ha ha. Because I got enough things to do without doing that. But I think they ought to get a smartphone. What do you call it? A Straight Talk. Yeah, Walmart Straight Talk. Anyway, so let's see. What do you do here? You go boom like that. Yeah, okay. So this was her the channel heading, and I'm just kind of shout out, Woman of the Woods. So she said, "Hey, you. This is Jersey, Woman of the Woods. I'm leaving the city life behind, and I'm going to set up my teepee tent, camping gear, and make the transition to country life. I will be testing products as I go to help you avoid costly mistakes. I will be dealing with herbs, survival and prepping, women's self-defense, physical fitness workouts, and belly dancing, sanitation, water, filtration, foraging for food, etc. Please subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be updated as I upload videos. I figure on being onto the Ozark Plateau by mid-September." Yeah. Oh, it only took another 6 months, I think. What was it? Okay, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. 8 months. Wow. Anyway, man proposes, God disposes, and all that. That's what happens. So, all right, that's it. Enough on to the net, and on to the next thing. I called Gabriel, who's ex-military, former military. He might not consider himself ex. So, about exercise, not just about exercise, another thing too, suspenders I mentioned. Talked to him about that. And then I asked him about pants, BDUs and whatnot. So he's got some good information. But one of the things he mentioned was this exercise system, Tony Horton. You can see the bottom one there, top one has his name in there, all three of them do. And, there's all different kinds of listings for different facets or different collections of them. Broad range. Been going on for many, many years. But what he had, he was not special forces, but they deployed a lot. His unit deployed a lot with Navy SEALs and whatnot, where they were, the cover for them. They were, like he said, ankle deep in brass casings from, the machine guns and firing so many rounds, and, backup and cover for them in a lot of cases. So, but when they're on the ship, he said these guys were doing these, what looked like to them some pretty weird exercises, stretching type things. And the reason being, on a ship, say you're on an aircraft carrier or whatever, you don't have much of a gym, if there is anything, and with how many thousands of people on a ship, 3,000, 6,000 something, it's just not practical. There's not the equipment, there's not the room, you can't just jog around the flight deck, So the Navy SEALs, to stay in shape and to stay loose and whatever, started doing these exercises. And they got very proficient at it. And then, of course, this Tony Horton guy took it into the civilian market, which you see here. Extreme Home Fitness. So you can see $80, down to, here's one DVD for $5.95. It's new. So, quite a broad range of things you can spend on them. Now, I'm going to guess, because a lot of things he said about it were very similar to what I do, the T-TAP, Teresa Tapp, capital T dash T-A, capital T-A-P-P. So it's not impact. It's good for cardiovascular, good for stretching and whatnot. So there's some similarities there. And he said Same thing again. 15 minutes will keep you in perfect condition, pretty much close to perfect condition, or something like that. And T-Tap will do that. And I experienced that running, from a concert. I said that before with my 3 sons. Left a concert. They said, hey, let's get to the car and get out of here. We were on the 4th floor of a parking garage. They started running. I ran with them. I stayed with them. We got to the parking garage. The elevator was busy. There were stairs right there. So they just started running up the stairs. And I ran up the stairs with them, 4 flights of stairs. Got to the top, and I was like, wow. Not winded, not sweating. So right now, I wouldn't need to go to the hospital. I wouldn't make it that long. So I want to get back into shape. So that's what I was talking to Gabriel about. Free workout with Tony Horton. Now this is YouTube, so there's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can pick up. The eating, how to eat well, how to eat right, whatever. Get ripped in 30 minutes a day. Okay, well maybe I'm not interested in getting ripped. I'm just interested in being in good shape. You can do that in 15 minutes. 2 of those, or more extreme stuff, will get you ripped. Okay, so 30-minute workout, 30-minute workout. Visit beachfitrob.com and sign up for a free workout. This is workout for the obese. Okay, so, and oddly enough, the night that I was in a motel, the night after my son's wedding on Sunday night, my friends came and picked me up at the hospital after my heart surgery, having stents put in. And we went a 4-hour drive to St. Louis for my son's wedding. And that night I was alone instead of having the 2 guys with me that were going to be with me. Long story. But point is that while I'm watching TV, I see beach workout, and I ordered it. But for whatever reason, it was I'm sure what the deal was, that it was they wanted to add on and add on and add on, and they wanted to add on sales every month and blah, blah, blah. And when they realized that they approved it, but when they found out it was a debit card and not a credit card, they were lost interest, so they didn't send anything. But I would have had it, something like that. So P9, now here's playlist. Okay, here, this one has 18, and then I'll finish up with this one. This one has 176 videos, Tony Horton videos of different kinds. So there's all kinds of stuff on YouTube you can do. And then I had mentioned about that I used suspenders, but I used a clamp-on type. And okay, so bam, that's as big as I can get it. This is what I've been wearing, and these were the heaviest, biggest, baddest ones I could get. Carhartt, heavy duty stuff with big heavy duty buckles. So you just clamp, and they'll clamp to a lot of things, but they do slip off on a regular basis, especially getting in the car. I got to tell a story about Shirley told me. Bill's friend Dave had made himself a pair of suspenders. He was at that time like 400 pounds. Made a big, heavy, badass pair of suspenders. He was so proud of them. And he was driving somewhere, and they were in the back. Shirley was in the back seat. And he got in, and she said that one of the buckles let go. And it came up over and whacked him on the head so hard. I probably drew blood, And Shirley said she laughed for half an hour going down the road, And then she stops and she goes, and he never wore those suspenders again. And I went, well, what do you think after hearing you go for half an hour? It was probably a bit embarrassed. Anyway, at one time it struck me, Shirley has this like little girl, really cute, tee-hee-hee laugh like I did. So one time her mother lives there with him, Lola, 95 years old, gardener, and just master gardener. I mean, still working, outwork most people, got hundreds of plants growing, starting them from seeds, And Shirley wasn't there, but I just said, Lola, Shirley has this really cute laugh, but I've never heard you laugh like that, and I'm not sure she got it from you. Laugh for me. And Lola goes, I was like, oh, that's what I thought, This evil, like, gnarly laugh, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, these are the suspenders that Gabriel had picked up one time. They were out on a deployment, and he liked them so much that his buddies, his group, bought them all from him for $5 a pair. Well, they're about $2 a pair, basically. In other words, you can get 10 pair for $20 ballpark. I got them for $14.50. But so that's going to be, and I want to say this too. A friend of mine named Jack Hireman, back when we were in it was the militia era before Oklahoma City, and Spike, Bo Greitz's Spike group. He was in our Spike group, and I went with him up to Idaho to look for land, and he bought land up there with Bo Greitz's little Almost Heaven and or Doves of the Mountains communities, based on Ezekiel 7:15 or 25. I'm not sure, but I know it's 7. Those that are in the city will die by the sword, and those that are outside the city will die. But those of the city will die by plague and starvation. Those that are outside the city will die by the sword. Armies coming in. Those that escape of them that do escape shall be as doves on the valleys of the mountains. So he named the one community doves on the valleys. Anyway, so Jack Hireman said this. That was all Bunny Trail, and I remember where I was at too. He said that one of the most valuable things that us guys can use that are older and a little bit heavier is suspenders, because when things go topsy-turvy, upside down, shit hits the fan, whatever you want to say, we're going to need something to hold our pants up. And it's exactly what Gabriel said. He said that's why he had these, is because when you deploy and you go overseas, he says no matter how much you start out weighing, no matter how good a shape you're in, you hit 140-degree heat and you're drinking water all the time and you're sweating out boatloads of nutrients and whatnot, you lose weight and your pants don't fit. And if you're trying to run and your pants are down around your ankles, you're going to get taken out. So these have these hooks on them, these steel hooks. I put that one up real close so you can see that. And they can clip onto through belt loops, multiple uses. And you could even get, if you wanted to use the button system, they make on eBay, you can get these leather tabs, which you could use to hook on that and put on the button and then just cut another slot in it for them things right there. So multi-use. So, and only 2 connecting points there. And I saw a guy with them one time, and I thought they looked pretty cool. So, so the next step is exercise. So now what I want to have Gabriel, kind of people touch base with me on this, but I need to get in shape. I'll be a lot happier. I'll be a lot more productive. I'll be a lot more valuable if I'm not dead. If I'm in good shape, I can work more, do more firewood, do more weed whacking, whatever needs to be done, animal work. So the video I did the other night on the reticular activation system and just thinking, the golfing pros that think through their stroke and they redevelop it, whatever. So I want to do that. So I want to start thinking, be in better shape. So that's about it. So between the, exercise system and I need a pair of pants. That's one thing. I mean, I'm the type of person that, I get a pair of pants. I like them. They fit. They're I can carry a knife in them, and I got a pair, but they're like about ready to have holes in them everywhere. They're pretty worn. So I need to get something going on that and exercise, and but be praying for me and envision, me 165 pounds instead of 265. I'll be in better shape. I'll be happier. Be more fun. Life will be more fun, and I can laugh more. Like I don't laugh enough. You're too serious. Those March Wiggles telling Puddle Glum, you're just too full of bobbins and bounce, Puddle Glum. You need something to tame you down, and going to the northern parts of the world to look for a city that's not there, that nobody's ever seen, and a stone that's probably not there, and a king that probably doesn't exist. That's just the thing, against completely impossible odds. All right, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Thank you. Appreciate it.